in conjunction with the HAM Channel and JUHAN, Jesuit University's Humanitarian Action Network.
I'm the Assistant Director at the Center for Faith and Public Life, and one of my main responsibilities is JUHAN. So I work with students, the student group, to help them, facilitate them in working on humanitarian projects that they choose to do. And I work with faculty to, as I said, integrate, humanitarian principles into the curriculum. I also help to reach out to the network of schools in the United States and abroad on JUHAN, and helping to integrate JUHAN on their own campuses. JUHAN, it's the Jesuit University's Humanitarian Action Network. There were 3 founding universities. It was Fairfield University, Georgetown, and Fordham were the original conceivers of JUHAN, and now it is national and global as well. So that's how JUHAN started. It was to kind of bring together all of this synergy around humanitarian action that was going on different campuses around the United States, and to kind of, make it a force in the United States and now globally. The students initiate their own projects. So last year we had a wide array of projects, from projects dealing with Haiti, to projects dealing with forgotten emergencies, to projects that collaborated with UNICEF on tap water initiatives. So it's a very dynamic group of students and professors and faculty. The Center for Faith and Public Life implements a program, Immersion to the United Nations. So we do that every year, and we're on our 6th year of doing that. When I started to teach the FYE course, I thought it would be a wonderful opportunity for students who are interested in humanitarian action to get this experience of going down to the United Nations, which is just an incredible experience for anyone who's never been there, to be there for the first time and to tour the building and to get firsthand accounts from the people who work at the United Nations. So I thought that would be a wonderful experience for students, and so we implemented that program the second week that they were at Fairfield University. We had a woman who works at OCHA, which is the Humanitarian Action Wing of the United Nations. She was able to compare and contrast with students the way in which emergencies are different, whether they affect remote areas or if they affect the capital, and how all of this is different and how it plays into emergency response. Actually do have our 6th annual trip to the United Nations coming up on November 7th. It's open to all students, not just JUHAN students, and then we will choose a group of 25 students to join us on the trip. There's a small fee that students pay to cover their cost of the travel. There are also scholarships available on a need basis for those who might not be able to pay for that small amount. This year we're also looking to have the Chief of Training at the United Nations come in, and she will also talk with them about internships and opportunities for careers at the United Nations. I feel that students should sign up to go on this trip because it's absolutely an amazing experience to go down to the United Nations. It's the seat of international diplomacy. And students will get an experience that is like no other when you go to the United Nations. I remember the last time I was there, they said, this is your building, this is your United Nations. And as a world citizen, I think that it's something that every student should experience.